saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm sucking up. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And just not quite enough gas in the tank. Down to the 4-yard line, but still a sensational effort.
Now, this is where practicing scenarios comes into play because every eventuality gets covered. And for defensive teams that really have a swagger about themselves and really don't care much, they actually relish this situation. Let's get out on the field and stop these guys.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground with a rookie from Auburn. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Here's Shuck. And that would be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here's Lane. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. That is caught. He's still barreling through. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Harrison. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Marvin Harrison Jr. an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the arm, the run out of the play. He took the O, the option out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the shotgun, it's Shuck. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw now, Shuck. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Sam Laporta from 3 yards out. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 13-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Bengals at 5-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
60 Bobcat, 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Pass It's taken in by his big tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DJ Giddens, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The Bengals will line up.
They'll try and throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Shuck. There's Chris Olave. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave, 64 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Harrison. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for the Bengals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18, Panther 11, Panther 11, Mustang 19, Cub 19, Cub 19. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. 15 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Saints 14.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Checks this down to Hubbard. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Looking deep here for Chase. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamar Chase, 64 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. The extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Jones. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That's good for a Saints 1st down. Let's go. A gain of 9 yards.
Up the middle they go. It's Sutton. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Right back to him on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll go play action with Shuck. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. A little short. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now Shuck. He'll try to pick it up himself. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shuck now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
To throw is Shuck. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Ready? 18. Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this one is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. Shifts past him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and putting the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. But finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sign of relief.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. Look at the big fella go. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their 1st drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A short throw to Ingram. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught. Downfield, it's Lane. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jalen Lane, 31 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied up after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Third down, Shuck from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
70 range. Let's go now.
They'll set up to throw. They'll find Metcalf. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd down and 3.
Warriors,
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DJ Giddens. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that's out quickly to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Sutton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Here's Shuck. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And the Saints, first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Tipton. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Saints.
Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Shuck to throw for it on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Tolbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Bengals drive about to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. They'll swing this out to Giddens. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sutton. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. To throw now, Shuck. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Let's go now. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That ball caught by Harrison. And he will finally be taken down with just a massive play there to get him to the outskirts of field goal range. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 9 now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
That's another Bengals first down.
Ready.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Two. 60 Eagles.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Second down, goal to go.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Bengals, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans.